Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are setting up to collect a new group, as I feel like we do every freaking month on this channel. This is a group that I have a very long history with. It's a group that I promised myself I would never start collecting, and yeah, here we are. So as you guys can see by the title of this video, today we will be setting up to collect stray kids. And I have like a very long and storied history with this group, so I will like kind of get into why I'm collecting them while we actually do it. But I will be collecting my top 3. I'm just like going off the rails. So I'm gonna collect my top 3. And so my top 3 is Mino, Jisung, and Hyunjin, which I feel like are 3 very popular members. So just like fuck me, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna collect my top 3. I just really could not, why can't I get this? I couldn't make it like a decision on who I wanted to collect, and I kept being like, oh well, if I just collect one member, but then I'll be like sad that I'm not collecting. Anyways, it's a hot mess. I will explain why I'm collecting those members, why I'm collecting stray kids, why it took me so long, all of that. So I think we're just going to get started because they've been a group for a long time. They're a JYP group. We have a lot to go through. And there are like a few things that I'm not gonna collect. So when we get to that point for each of the comebacks that I've like omitted cards, I'll explain why I'm not collecting them. But yes, okay, so I'm going to be putting them in a 6 pocket wide, like the Beyond D A5 wide binders. I kind of like drew it out based on like if I wanted to put them in my Dreamcatcher binder as like 3 or 2, and it just like worked better this way. So that's what we're gonna do. And as I often say, I apologize, I'm sick. So if my voice sounds a little nasally, I may as well just accept that that's how it is at this point, honestly. But okay, let's get started, I guess. So I'm here with a voiceover because I filmed this whole video, and you guys, I talked for 2 hours. And there is just like no world in which you guys need to listen to me talk for 2 hours straight. So I'm just gonna do a voiceover and kind of condense like what I said into 5 to 10 minutes. I already edited that video, so I know it's about like 20, I want to say like 20-ish minutes. You're definitely going to get some calming music, which is much better than listening to me talk. But I did want to still share my Stray Kids story because I think it's like kind of hilarious, in my opinion. You guys probably won't think so, but anyways, I wanted to like kind of just give a backstory of how I got into Stray Kids, like why I decided now to collect them, like why I'm collecting the members I'm collecting, that sort of thing. So to start, I really paid no attention to Stray Kids like the first year of them being a group. However, there was one song that I loved so much, which was Elevator. Still to this day one of my favorite Stray Kids songs, but I think there was 3 comebacks. District 9, District 9 was their debut. My Pace, and then also I Am You. Was that an actual comeback? I think so. I didn't like any of them, if I'm being honest, and so I really did not pay much attention to the group after, like, other than Elevator. That all changed one fine day when they released Miro, and I fell in love, and to this day, like, I don't know why I didn't stan them when Miro came out, because I just loved that song so much. And even after that, like, Side Effects, I also loved just as much. I think it was just because 2019, like, that was a crazy year. I flew to New York City to see BTS on tour, and like I was just very in my I'm an ARMY only era. So it was a weird year. I understand why I didn't stand them. Yeah, I was huge into them in 2019. I was like even checking out their B-sides and stuff, which I don't do for many groups, but they have really good B-sides. So if you're not a stay, definitely check out their B-sides if you're curious. It's a lot different from their title track sound, some of them, so there's something for everybody. I think like my turning point for like I'm gonna stand this group was Double Knot, which came out September, October, something, 2019. And I love that song so much. To this day, it is my favorite Stray Kids song. Maybe that's not a popular opinion. I don't think many people even pay much mind to Double Knot, which is kind of sad. And I was like fully ready to stan. By that point, I had picked a bias, which was Jisung. He's still my bias to this day. And then there was like, well, it's not unfortunate now. At the time, I thought it was very unfortunate. They did have a member leave the group, which for the best, honestly. But at the time, I didn't really, like, I don't know, it really made me sad. So decided I was not going to stan at that time. Still listened to and loved the whole Levanter album. Chef's Kiss, amazing. It was a weird time. If you were a stay during that time, I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. But so I just kind of like let that era pass me by. It was like kind of near the end of the year also. So a weird time for a comeback, weird things happening. And then we have the start of like what I feel was a turning point for this group. A little bit of a change in sound, a definite increase in like budget and marketing and like everything like that. And that is when God's Menu was released. What a comeback. Like what a comeback. My absolute favorite Stray Kids comeback. I know I said Double Knot's my favorite song, but God's Menu is my favorite era. This is when I became obsessed with the group. I started like learning the other members' names and like watching some of their stuff, and Backdoor came out and I loved it. That album has my favorite Stray Kids B-side actually, which is Any. And then they went so long without a comeback. So then by the time that Thunderous came out, I was just kind of back to like casual stan, you know? However, I loved that comeback so much. It's such a good song. It is such a good music video. The B-sides also amazing. The View, one of my favorites of all time. But I think by that point I had just kind of accepted that I was never gonna stan the group, and so I again just like listened to the songs, added them to my playlist, let the era come and go. Did not listen to Christmas Evil when that came out. And then we get into last year. I don't know, I think it's just because I'm like in my girl groups era at the moment, but I just really did not care to listen to Maniac or Case 143. I did add Maniac to my playlist, but I did not listen to the B-sides from that album or Case 143. And I didn't even like check out the comeback Case 143 when it came out. I don't know what happened, but I was like at the point where I was like, you know what, I don't even know if I like this group anymore. I started taking some of their B-sides off my playlist, like some that I had been listening to religiously for several years, and I had kind of, you know how you get like sick of songs after a while. A lot of Yellowwood B-sides and stuff off my playlist. I don't know why. I don't know, I just like, I wasn't interested at the time in the type of music they were making, and I was just more interested in girl groups. I didn't really care all too much. I was still in this phase during S class. Didn't even check out the comeback when it happened. Actually, that's a lie. I think I did watch the music video once. 2 months ago. I saw the interaction between one of my favorite Western artists, Troye Sivan, and Hyunjin at like a fashion show or something. And then I saw that like Troye was posting on TikTok and stuff, like fan cams. And I was like, oh my god, this is actually hilarious. And now I want to go check out Hyunjin from Stray Kids and just like see what's going on. And that's where the rabbit hole started, you guys. I fell down the rabbit hole so hard and fell in love with Hyunjin, which is why he is my second bias. And I am collecting Hyunjin and Jisung. We'll get to Minho in a second. From checking out like Hyunjin fan cams and stuff, like I started getting recommendations on YouTube for like, you know, those like edit contents that people make, like funny Stray Kids moments and stuff. I started getting some of those and I checked out a couple and I was like, wait, this group is actually hilarious. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go on their YouTube channel and like watch some of their variety content and like stuff that they've done. And that was the nail in the coffin, you guys. I just became obsessed, and with that I became obsessed with Minho because he's hilarious and just like so funny. Anyways, and then that's when I was like, okay, maybe I kind of want to collect Hyunjin and Jisung's photo cards. But then I was like, it might look really nice to collect 3 members. I love collecting like 3 members of a group and having a full page like that. Why don't I just collect Minho too? Like, he's my third bias. I may as well just collect my top 3. And that is how I have gone off the rails and just gone into the deep end with this group in the span of like 2 weeks. Anyways, so I guess I have Troye Sivan to thank for this whole thing. Thank you, Troye, for your service. Stream Rush, I guess. Yeah, that's my story with Stray Kids. It has been 4 years of like almost standing, not standing, almost standing, not standing. Now back and forth. And I wish, looking back on it now, why did you not just stand during Miro era, girl? Like, what is wrong with you? Anyways, it's fine. I could have been so much further ahead had I just done that, but whatever. We'll get over it. We're starting now. It's never too late to stan a group. Yeah, so anyways, that's my Stray Kids journey. There's definitely still some time left on this video, so enjoy some calming music. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble. You're welcome for not providing you with the 2-hour version of this. finished. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so let's flip through and I will reiterate like the cards that I am not collecting at the moment. There are some that might change. I am not collecting the baby cards. Get it? I am not collecting the baby cards from I Am Not. Absolutely not. And then I Am Who. I also am not collecting the QR code, like drawing card thing. And then I Am You. And for that one, there's a POB that I won't be collecting. I know for a fact that one's really expensive, so I definitely will not be collecting it. So for now, I'm not going to collect the limited card, but we'll see, maybe in the future. And then that's the same with Yellowwood and also Levanter. I'm just not going to collect it for now. We'll see how I fare with this collection. And then Go Live also has a limited card, and I've just been seeing it on Pokemarket for pretty expensive, so I'm not going to collect it for now, but we will see perhaps in the future. I will get that one. In Life also has a limited card, and I just will not be collecting that one. I just don't like how it looks, so I won't be collecting that. And then we get into No Easy. So from No Easy forward is like kind of the period where I'll collect like limited cards and stuff. But that being said, No Easy does have those like little POB like ID card things that are like they're ID card sized, but then they're in like a holder that's photo card sized. I don't think that I will collect any of those. There's 2 sets of those, and I don't think I'll collect either of them, to be honest. I don't like the look of them. But for Christmas Evil, I will be collecting everything. There's like a POB set that came with it. It's like, I think I actually already have all of those cards on the way, but they're very cheap because it came as a full set. And then that's also the same for Ordinary. I think there was like a limited set, and it was very cheap also to find. So I think I have all of those, but there was an ID card kind of thing that came with this album, and I won't be collecting that. And then for Maxident, am I collecting everything? I don't think, oh no, there's one POB, it's like a Polaroid style. For now, I won't collect that, but I probably will collect it once I have like more cards later on. But for now, I don't think I will. And then for 5-star, there was no like POB thing. There was a first press card, but those are still pretty easy to find because this album's so new. So I will, yeah, I will be collecting that. So that's it for my Stray Kids collection. I have so much work to do. I have already started this collection. I'm like filming this setup quite belatedly. I would say, so I'm trying to collect like 5-star and then like maybe like No Easy to 5-star. Like that's all really pretty simple to find. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm actually pretty close to being done all 3 members for all of that. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm about 1/3 of the way done my total collection. But it only gets harder from here because I started with the easy cards. So yeah, I have a long way to go, but I'm excited. I am excited to have a new collection to start on. I say as though I haven't had like 8 new collections this year, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I don't know if I will use my live footage or a voiceover to like tell my Stray Kids story, so thank you for bearing with any technical difficulties that may have come with either of those options. Thank you anyways for watching and supporting me in my Stray Kids journey. If you collect Stray Kids, let's be friends. I'm sure most of you do. A lot of people collect this group. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!